The thing on? We focused? How's that look? That look good? Y'all like that? I like it. It's good. All right. Welcome back. We're checking in. We're checking in. Today is once again not a date where we're doing payments, but we got a lot of things to catch up on. We've been busy out here. So the first thing we're going to cover is the DJing. So let me get my spreadsheet open. Boom. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start recording the screen. This will help me when it comes to editing. Little countdown. Boop. There we go. All right, this is a one-take video, by the way, so I hit that record button, I'll hit the end button, and I'm uploading the whole thing. But let's dive right into it. If you're new to this series, then what I'm doing here is I'm showing the progress of me making money so that I can pay off my debts. And we're gonna go over the first little side hustle. That's what we're calling everything. We're all calling them all side hustles. Going over the first side hustle, which is the DJing. So let's check it out. So right off the bat, also, when was the last time that I even checked in? Let me go on YouTube real quick. Excuse me. Sorry about this. Go on YouTube real quick. I'll find it out. When was the last time I updated you? Okay, it was 8 days ago, which is, I'd love to see just like a calendar date. See if we can find that. Yep, okay, May 8th. Boom, May 8th, 8 days ago. Sweet. So we're going to go over everything that happened from then and on. So as you can see up on the screen, I've got my little tracking guy right here. So since May 8th, we've had 2 weddings. We had one on May 10th, and then we had one on May 11th. I also got my paycheck from the May 4th wedding recently, I think this week. So I'll go ahead and I'll tell you about that too. So for May 4th, I was the lead DJ. I made $200 right off the bat. That is our base DJ pay. And then on top of that, I got $300 worth of tips. This couple was extremely generous. I had such a good time DJing for this couple. They were so sweet. They were lovely. And just the generosity on top of it really just, was a good reminder of why I do this job and why I enjoy it so much. So they ended up tipping me more than $300 actually. So the night of, the mother of the bride came up to me and handed me a $200 cash tip, which I then split that with my assistant. So we took 100 home each night. That put my tip at $100. But then once I got my paycheck, I also got notified that they tipped before the wedding. So there was a pre-tip as well. So they pre-tipped me $200. So that means that in total, they tipped me over $300, I think $400 total, mathing it up. Super generous. I can't believe it. I'm so grateful. So if you're out there and you are the couple that I DJ'd for, obviously I won't say your name. Just know I'm super grateful for everything that you've given to me and just for the fact that you trusted me to DJ your wedding. I had an amazing time. So in total, we made $500 on that one day. How many hours did we work? 12 hours total. As you can see in the saving category, we still have $0 put into savings from that because we are focused on what? Paying off that debt. Total time spent, 12 hours. And then let's go into the next one. From there, we had May 10th and May 11th. This was my first double header, so this is 2 back-to-back. So the first one, I got paid $200 base pay. The second one, I also made $200 base pay. And then I also received my pre-tip because it was in-house, which is $100. But because I take out the maximum amount of taxes from my in-house pay, that's something I selected to do, the tip is more about $68.64. So in total, from both of those gigs, I made $268.64 from those 2 gigs. So that was super amazing, super great. Both of those gigs, I spent 10 hours working. So the hourly is actually really nice right there. Obviously, the DJing is the side hustle with the best hourly payout. We already knew that was going to happen, especially after the last video when I explained it a little bit more. So yeah, these were both really great weddings. I really loved doing them. It was an incredible time, which those 3 together bring my May total from DJing to $1,037.28. On top of that $1,037.28, I still have 3 more gigs to go this month. Today is the 17th, tomorrow's the 18th, so I even have a wedding tomorrow that I'll be, once again, getting that base pay of $200, but I'm not going to put anything in until after I have done that actual gig. So yeah, really, really super excited for those next 3 gigs. This is going to bring our May total well above $1,000 for this one side hustle. And we're already doubling how much we made the previous month, just as I expected with busy season starting up. And then from here on out until November, busy season is in full effect. Things are about to go crazy. So super excited for that. Let's dive into the eBay. Why don't we, right? Let's dive into the eBay. So the eBay, we have quite a few sales. Quite a few sales. We have quite a few sales on the eBay business. And the last time we spoke, like I said, was May 8th. So in total, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've had 8 sales since May 8th. That's a sale a day, y'all. That's a sale a day. That is a great, great pace. You know, hoping to increase that. Definitely planning to increase that. It's all about consistency, getting more things listed, everything like that. So let's go into each individual sale. We'll talk about how much I profited from it. And then we'll also talk about, what is it, like the hourly and everything. Oh, I noticed I did skip the hourly rate for DJing right now, which currently our hourly rate is $25.81 spread over 96 hours. Pretty great, y'all. Pretty great. And that brings our total 2024 earned to $2,478.08. And it's only going to increase from here. So I'm super excited for the future of the DJing. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm also getting really good at it. I'm feeling great. You know, my dance parties are packed every single time. My announcements are really, really good. So I'm really starting to really get into my craft when it comes to that. Okay, back to the eBay stuff. So we're going to go over to eBay itself. And let's check out this number real quick. 90-day total sales. We're looking at $1,136 over the last 90 days. In fact, it's actually a little bit different. There's like a little bit of wiggle room. It really just depends on where you're looking. So on my phone app, it says my total sales from 90 days is 1,136. Where if I go onto my desktop, it'll say that my total from 90 days is $1,153.39. I don't know why they show it different on each thing. But we're going to go with what's on my phone because that is where I am looking most of the time is on my phone. I do most of my posting from the computer though. But let's check it out. Let's go into what's sold in the last 8 days. So right off the bat, we've got golf polos. Obviously, golf polos are a big seller of mine. If you remember from last video, I am focusing and niching down my store to primarily only being golf polos and button-down shirts. Flannels I include into button-down shirts, and then also jackets are really hard to pass up at really good prices, so I still grab those too. But we sold a FootJoy golf polo shirt. This was a men's XL. It was gray with thick stripes. Sold for $12. Really happy about that. And then plus shipping, $6.90. So that was great. Let's see what we made from that. In total, our profit from that was $4.42. That is because the item cost was $5.99. Now, here is, you know, the proof is in the pudding that, you know, this is going to take time. It's going to take a while to get there because what I've learned from doing my research in the last week, because I was pretty shocked to see that the FootJoy Polo took this long to sell. I do have one more up, so I started with 2. But I found out that FootJoy is actually starting to fall out as a brand, especially in the reselling community. Not as many people are buying it. Not as many people are selling it. So knowing what I know now, if I pick up FootJoy again, it's definitely going to be for a lesser price than $6. I would say that I pretty much overpaid for this, but that is okay. We learn, we have to learn, and that's how we get better. The next thing we sold, which this isn't in order, this is actually backwards order, but it's easier to do this with my spreadsheet because I go from the bottom up. So the next thing we sold was our Robert Graham short sleeve. This had an all over print. This was an airplane print. It was a great shirt to sell. So whoever bought that is going to be a really happy buyer. Robert Graham is like, kind of comparable to Ed Hardy. If you've seen Ed Hardy, just a little bit classier. We made $7.87 on that, even though we sold it for $15 total. And that is because the price of that shirt was $5.99. Now for Robert Graham, $5.99 is not bad. I am currently selling things for quite a bit cheaper than I should, technically, because I'm such a new seller. So we are on our way to getting more and more feedback. Right now we have, I think I can see it here, we have 21 5-star feedbacks, and we're looking to get even more. The next sale was a Keen steel toe utility boot. Now this was a hard sell because people don't really look for this secondhand. These are work boots. These are waterproof steel toe work boots. And the reason why they took so long to sell, like I said, people don't look for these secondhand as much. People would much rather pay the full price. Additionally, the people who need these kinds of shoes are usually getting them for free as well from their job. And these were also a men's size 9, not a super common size for men. I mean, it's more common than you would think, but when we're looking at like 10 to 12, those sizes are far more common, far more sought after. They're getting bought more. And the reason why is because usually those sizes sell out first and the fastest in stores. So yeah, we sold that for $55. This was a free item. So in total, our profit was $43.18. The reason why we did not make a profit of $50 was because of this column right here, the selling fee. The selling fee was $10.23. And then in addition to that, we have this column right here, which is our, if it'll let me scroll up, our ad fee. And so the total ad fee was $7.42. In total, we had about like 18 bucks of seller's fee. So that is why it came down to just $43.18 of profit. After that, we have a Walter Hagen golf polo shirt. This is a men's size XL. It's got like a white and salmon stripe with like a black stripe in the middle. This was a really high quality polo. I thought it was going to do better than it did. Unfortunately, Walter Hagen is not a super high-end brand, especially when it comes to the reselling market, so you can't sell them for a whole lot. And then, of course, with me being so new, I still need to sell my stuff for a little bit cheaper, so ended up selling for $10, which led to a profit of $1.91. That product did cost me $4.99 to purchase, so if I do pick up Walter Hagen again, hopefully I can find it for cheaper. But I don't think it's a brand that I'll avoid, because even the $1.91 profit that we make is still profit and we're still making money. So we're heading on the right path. The next thing that sold was a Ralph Lauren button-down shirt. This was a size large, so it's not the best size actually. We're looking for XLs and up. Those are what sell the best online. Again, what's going to sell the best online in the resale market is stuff that is commonly sold out in the stores first, and extra large is one of those sizes that get commonly sold out. So with this right here, we ended up making $4.98 in profit. We bought it for $5.99, which I think is a fair price, especially since it was a really interesting color, that royal blue, and it was corduroy, so that was a really cool fabric texture as well. We have $15.30 and then $8.70 on top of that with shipping. So we actually only ended up making $10.97 due to the fact that it had $2.60 in the ad fee and then $4.27 in the selling fee. So we did get bit pretty hard when it came to the eBay fees, but again, that is the name of the game. It's a numbers game. It's all about getting hundreds of these sales every single month so that we can get more and more profit. Okay, next product was this Nike Pro Classics men's stretch fit baseball cap. I picked this up because the color was really cool. It's a really bright orange. It's got Nike Pro Classic on. Didn't really know what that was all about. Still don't really know what that was all about. But that bright orange with that contrasting navy blue check is the exact reason I picked it up. Ended up selling it for $10. We made $3.19 of profit. This was a hat that I spent $3.99 on. $3.99 is pretty much the highest that I want to spend on a hat. Hats are still a great pickup because a lot of times we can sell them for more. This was one of the things I believe I got an offer on it, and I just wanted to get it sold, right? I wanted to get that space back. I just wanted to get it out of the house. So I take low offers when I need to make sure I can keep getting sales. And then also we did sell this via promoted listing. So on top of our selling fee of $2.63, there was also an ad fee of $1.69, which brought our profit down to $3.19. But like I said, couple hundred sales like that every month, which we will get to, guaranteed, and you're in a really good spot. The next product that we sold was from my fiance, a Massimo Supply Company tank top. It was a women's size XL. This is a fantastic size. Once again, those XLs are always selling the best. Took a while to sell, which wasn't a big deal because this was just one of those items that my fiance had laying around. So I did not need to spend any money on it, which brought our profit to $4.41. So we sold it for $4. How did I make that extra 41 cents? Simple. The buyer paid for shipping. And then whenever the buyer overpays for shipping, eBay itself has told us keep that extra money as your handling fee because they're not just paying for shipping, they're paying for shipping and handling. And then the last item I sold since the last time we were here is this vintage Pfaltzgraff Village Open Onion Soup Bowl. I have had this product for well over a year. This was from the first this was from the first Goodwill run I have ever done in my life. I spent $1.50 on this, and I ended up profiting $2.98. I literally thought that this was going to be a product that I was going to have to just take in the alleyway and smash to get a little bit of enjoyment out of it so that I didn't waste $1.50. And then out of nowhere, boom, it's sold. Listen, you never know what's going to sell. You never know when it's going to sell. So just list it. If you're trying to do some eBay stuff, just list it. But yeah, those are my total sales from this last 8 days, which brings my May total in profit up to $93.51, which brings my year total profit up to $661.67. Okay, and then we've got our total ad fee and total selling fee and stuff like that. But let's go ahead and let's take a look at our hourly rate right now. So our hourly rate currently, oh, look at that. We got to update our total profit. So total profit here is 661.67. So we're going to go ahead and update that. 661.67, which now brings our hourly rate up to $16.97, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. The goal right now is to be doing $100 in sales every single week and get that hourly rate up to $20 an hour. That is where I want to be. That is where I'm going to be because I am a full-time eBay reseller and YouTuber, and then I just like to get a lot of different side gigs. So yeah, that is it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for watching. I appreciate that you're interested in my progress in becoming more successful and specifically in paying off my debt. Make sure you tune in next week, or it might be not next week, but the week after, when I'm going to be making some fat payments towards my debt. And you're probably sitting here wondering, Marco, what about the door dashing? We're going to be updating you on the door dashing next week, and hopefully between now and then I can also get out to a few garage sales because y'all, garage sale season is up and running. We got estate sales popping up, we've got garage sales popping up, we've got all sorts of things that are popping up all over town, and I'm going to be taking advantage of all of it and getting our sourced materials for as cheap as possible. I appreciate you endlessly for making it all the way to the end of this video. If you're enjoying this, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I will catch you in the next one.